Mic check, 1 2 1 2. It's snowing. Let me show you guys why Baltimore is considered an investor's playground. Baltimore, Maryland is still one of the more reasonably priced areas in Maryland. With positive community influence, it could be a great place to start your legacy. This home is listed at $280,000, and that's after already experiencing a price decrease. This home is a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bathroom property that needs a lot of TLC. Okay, so as you walk in, we have the stairs to the left. We have a lovely living room area over here. You could use it as a reading room, a home office, whatever the case is, with these 2 large windows at the front. And mind you, we're on a hilltop. This would bring in some awesome light. So the potential of opening up these windows even more for even more outside light it's there. We have our half bathroom right here. And as you continue back, we have the kitchen. It is a full kitchen for people who enjoy like cooking, entertaining. You have plenty of space to do that. And then here's I would consider this the dining room, but again, it could be used for whatever purpose you would like. I do want you guys to note these floors. Yes, of course. The color and everything does not look good, but even more so, I want you guys to note that like there's unevenness in the floors. You can kind of see the dip right here in the middle, which means that we need to get the foundation in here checked. One thing I would always advise investors do, as well as homeowners, but investors as well, is to make sure that you get a home inspection, because you want to make sure that the property that you are going to be purchasing is even worth the investment. So with homes like this, you always want to make sure you're watching your step. I don't want to fall through nobody's floors. This home was built in 1916. Back here we have all of the utilities are back here, washer, dryer. So this room would make for great storage, a workshop, whatever the case is. And clearly this has been around for a while, because look at these western doors right here. Little touches that people might want to include in their renovations, knowing that the home was built in 1916. It'll give it some personality, but updated, of course. This is a side door to go out. Let's go check out the upstairs. Okay, so I just wanted you guys to see the house is leaning to the right a bit. And so you can also see it in the staircase. Just wanted to point that out. It's very important that investors are running their numbers to make sure that they can profit. But with proper negotiation, even with this property being listed at $280,000, there's still room to come in under asking. That was the first bedroom. We have a second bedroom here. This would be the primary suite. And so it has a full closet. And with old homes like this, you'll find a lot in Baltimore, Maryland. They have like private storage, secret rooms, I call it. And this is the full bathroom. It does look like somebody did some work in here. Maybe they got into more than they could handle. Who knows? With proper renovations, a good contracting team, you can definitely sell a home like this at market value for about $400,000. So with proper planning, you could look at owning half of the equity once all renovations are done. So imagine purchasing this home, doing your upgrades, flipping it for double. Now, if you don't want to flip and you're into a project for yourself, you could keep it for yourself and you own half the equity already. You can do something like a refinance to get your mortgage cleared or lowered, or you could get a HELOC. And a HELOC will allow you funds, the remainder of the equity, to go ahead and purchase more property. So there's so many different ways that this property alone can help you build your legacy. We're gonna go check out some more. I had to take a seat and envision myself in here so that buyers can envision themselves in here. Okay, so we're about to check out two properties that are located directly across the street from each other. This is just an excellent example of how investors are coming in, putting the work in, and really elevating the real estate in Baltimore, Maryland. So this property was originally purchased in November of 2024. It was purchased for $180,000 and it's now on the market for $365,000. This property is 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, fully renovated. So let's check it out and then we're gonna go across the street and check out the other property. So we are gonna start at the front of the property. Of course, it's only right. Notice how the entryway of the home is sectioned off in a way because the walls protrude out. But this is the entry area. So take your shoes off at the door and then you can enter the home. So this is the living room area. And then you can also have a small dining room area here if that's your vision. But since there is an island here that allows for bar seating, depending on the size of your family, you may not want that there. You may want to put a desk over there. You may want to expand this area a little bit more. But this was a great way to visualize how you can utilize this space. So this is the kitchen, and as you can see, all appliances are new. Over here you have the basement, but first I do want to show you guys the bedroom. So we're going to circle back, and as you can see, the main bedrooms are off of the kitchen, living room, dining room area. So here we have the primary suite. In the middle, separating the bedrooms, is the bathroom, a full bathroom. And here we have a secondary bedroom. This would be ideal for a small family, maybe a newlywed couple, or even a single person who's just ready to purchase their first home. I would consider that. We always turn the lights on when we are touring homes. We want no surprises. But that light switch didn't work. Thankfully, it's not, oh, there we go. Not too dark. And of course, these flood lightings that everybody's using, we love them, we love them. A washer dryer area, which you really could, if you wanted to, add some more here. Block off this section so that your washer dryer is not exposed, but that's completely up to the new owners if they want to go that route. And then we have another bedroom, which again would make for great house hacking depending on the size of your family or how you want to utilize your home space. There is a full bathroom down here, which would keep your renter or even your visitors out of your hair a little bit, so that's great. Oh, I love the shower. Look at the tiling. It's giving me beachy vibes in your home. There is extra space here that maybe you want to put like a little vanity if you're into that, or you want to close it off a bit and add like closet space, like a linen closet for down here or something. Look at me. There's a lot you could do with this area. All in all, the investors did their big one. The investors did a good job with what they had. All right, let's head upstairs. All right, so it is snowing outside and it's cold. So before I go outside and I show you guys the next property that's directly across the street, I'm gonna give you the rundown from right here. But first, this is the perfect time for you to head to the comments and let me know what you guys think about the first two properties that we've seen so far. Would you consider investing in Baltimore, whether that's fixing and flipping, getting a rental property, or maybe even planting roots here? And that could be starting from scratch or getting something that's already been updated like this property. Let me know in the comments. So the next property across the street that we're about to go see was originally purchased in December of 2024, and it is now on the market February 2025 for $345,000. So it was originally purchased at $370,000. So it's a little bit of difference in the pricing there. This property is 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and the property that we're about to go see is 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. So with the difference in that, the next property is a tad bit bigger square footage wise. I don't have the exact square foot number, so I don't want to lie on exactly how much. But also with the next property having 1 less bedroom and 1 less bathroom. But with this property having 1 less bedroom, 1 less bathroom, and being priced higher than the next property that has 1 more bedroom, 1 more bathroom, what that tells me, I mean, I would have to run the comps to know for sure, but the investor may have ran into a little bit of a tussle with his money, and he's just trying to get the best on his return. So in situations like that, where you have 2 very competitive properties on the market at the same time, you want to make sure that your realtor is doing their due diligence to do their market research and make sure that you as a buyer is getting the best for their price. Also, home inspections for sure. You want to make sure that, you know, the foundation is good. Like, yeah, it looks good on the outside, but what about the pipes? When are the pipes gonna need to be changed, if any need to be changed? And that's not just the pipes in your home, but also the pipes running under your home out to your property line. So make sure that you're doing your due diligence. Make sure that your realtor is giving you all of these things when you go to purchase homes, especially Baltimore, Maryland, because the homes are so much older. Both of these properties, I believe, were built in 1970. The last property that we went to, the one that needs a lot of love, that one was built in 1917. Is that what I said? I believe. 1916. It was built in 1916. So with things like that in mind, you really want to make sure that you're doing your research. Your realtor is doing their research. And even if it's updated, making sure that you're getting the best for your price. All right, so let's go check out this next property. And I want you guys to tell me, out of these 2 properties that are newly renovated, move-in ready, perfect for a small family, a single individual, however the case may be, which one would you prefer? Let's go. Okay, so this was the first property that we just viewed that was listed at $365,000, and we are literally going directly across the street to that property, and that one is listed at $345,000. So let's go check it out. She, in fact, did not make it into the home to give you guys a tour. She did go back to her car to warm up because it's snowing outside and wait for the agent to call her to give her the proper combination to the door. So, unfortunately, the combination that I have from the showing time is not the combination to open that lock, to get the key to go inside. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here. I'm going to wait 5 minutes because it irks me when agents have a listing and they are unavailable. I understand things happen, whatever the case is, but you just have to have systems for your listings. So I'm gonna wait. I called her, I sent her a text, and hopefully we can go inside. If not, I'm just gonna drop some pictures. But this is the perfect time for me to just warm up a little bit. We got one more property to go see, so just bear with me, guys. So I'm just gonna put some more on my gloss on my lips, cause this cold weather be having me dry. I'm only giving it 5 minutes. I'll drop the pictures so you guys can see. I'm so sad because I really wanted y'all to see the difference and what's going on in the market out here. But that's okay, because like I said, we have one more property to go see. We're here at our last property. It is a twin semi-detached home. Don't do that. I can see you doing it already. We're going to check out inside and then let's talk about it. I promise you I would never steer you wrong, okay? This is a newly updated home. Check out how this flush ceiling light is. The detailing on the accent wall. Your favorite legacy curators. Alright, but in all seriousness, a home like this, again, is for like a new family looking to either plant roots or get their starter home going. Okay, it's not like the biggest space and area, but it's definitely a lot of space for you to make the best out of. Open the door so you can see there is a gated off back area, and if you wanted to put privacy fences out there, I think we'd have to check if there's an HOA on there, but I don't see why you couldn't. Kind of lock up. Okay, might need some new locks. All right, but let's head upstairs. So this property is listed at, not lie to you, $265,000. It's 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Okay, this is the primary suite. And again, staging, it shows you exactly what you can do with the area. This is a full bathroom. So all 3 of the upstairs bedrooms are going to be sharing this bathroom. Details. This is a second bedroom. I was gonna say bathroom, second bathroom. And the flooring, I'm thinking these are original wood floors. That's what it's looking like to me. Which means it'll be easy to cover, or you could keep it as is. They're pretty sturdy. So this is a colonial style home, which again is another thing that you'll find a lot in Baltimore, Maryland. This property was built in 1954. So we're about to go check out the basement. So 3 bedrooms upstairs, a full bathroom, and we are heading downstairs now, which is over here through the kitchen. Again, we always turn on the lights. Okay, so this is the basement area. You have this open space right here, which would be good for an entertainment area, TV, whatever the case is. Washer, dryer. We have another full bathroom down here. So this is the second bath. And then this is a bedroom. And over here, we have our utilities and a door leading to outside. Okay, so as I mentioned, we are thinking legacy. We're thinking wealth. We're thinking not going broke after purchasing your first home. So for a first home, a lot of people are not buying a $400,000 house. They just can't afford it. They might not be approved for it, or after closing cost and seeing what your mortgage is going to look like and your interest rate, it's not feasible for you for long term. However, a 4-bedroom, 2 full bathroom home with a private backyard may be more suitable for you at $260,000. And with all of the renovations going on in Baltimore, Maryland, you can find something like this that has been newly updated and move-in ready. All right, so tell me now, in the comments, I know we didn't actually get an official walkthrough of the other property, but that is okay. I'm showing you guys the pictures, and just let me know your thoughts on the homes, your thoughts on purchasing real estate with legacy in mind. Would you consider these for your first home, for an investment property? Would you get involved in the Would you get involved in the fix and flip market that is booming in Baltimore, Maryland? Drop a comment and let's talk about it. Bye.